Okay, it's 6 o'clock, and I'll call the the May recess meeting back to order on June the 15th. We do have a quorum. We still have one vacancy, and we have one member who cannot be with us tonight. Not unusual this time of year when people take vacations and travel and have other obligations, so we certainly understand that. If you'll bow with me, we'll have a word of prayer. Our dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for the opportunity to gather here today. Lord, we're thankful for this community and its people. We pray a blessing upon this community and on this nation. We lift up to you the Reeder family and the loss of their loved one, and we know there are others around that you know, but perhaps I don't know their names, but we ask that you be with those families as well. We pray that you'll be with this council as we make some decisions that affect people for the next year, and pray that you'll give us wisdom and forethought, and go with us, forgive us of our many sins. Amen. Okay, we'll do public business, and look like you're the public tonight. So come on up, Michael, and tell us what you got on your mind.
I want to tell everything. Mr. Mayor, ladies and gentlemen of the council, I have I was pulled over in April for allegedly running a stop sign. I didn't run the stop sign, and this could have been prevented if there were dash cameras on the front of this vehicle, and I could have proved my innocence. And I just wanted to bring it to the attention of the council that as many tickets that has been written in the last several months, there's more than just I that have said that they didn't do it, and that there was no video proof of it that they did or didn't do it, and they were found guilty because they were going to back the badge, which I can understand that.
Because they were what?
Because they just backed the badge. I'm pro-blue all the way, but just because they have a badge doesn't make their word any different than anyone else's. And this could have been stopped if there was a dash camera on the vehicles that they're using to pull people over. On this same note, I've requested the video since the middle of April. I've called at least 1 to 2 times a week. I was told by the chief of police that I was going to be able to get that video and to come down and get the video. He asked me for a key fob. I don't have the right terminology to plug into the side of the computer. He said, bring it down here and I'll give you the video. I brought that down here. He said, I'll be back with you in touch shortly. This was in May, and he will not call me back, won't answer my phone calls, and I've called on several occasions to get this video.
Is this the chief?
Yes, sir. The assistant chief. I apologize for that. It's the assistant chief I've done all the talking to. The chief of police is aware of it, and no one will return my phone calls. I've had to talk to the clerk at the city hall on several occasions. I call every day at 8:45 or 11 a.m. is when I call. Not every day, twice a week, and I have not got any callbacks on that video. And it has nothing to do with whether I was right or whether I was wrong. It's just how he handled himself during that arrest is the reason I'm here.
Okay, let me make sure I understand, Michael. You're saying they did not have a dash cam video?
No, sir.
So what is the video you're looking for?
I'm looking for the body cam video. He accused my fiance of being drunk and unable to drive, and it was 10 o'clock on a Tuesday night. No one was drinking, nobody. And I don't understand why she was being harassed the way she was for being in the passenger seat.
Is there a video? Do you know for sure?
There's a body cam video.
A body cam video?
There's a body cam video, and I've asked for it since April. And it's the same officer pulled us over for a license plate light, wrote the ticket completely wrong, and we brought it to their attention. They ripped it up and rewrote it 3 days later, and I could have went to court and I'd have won it. And I've called and called and called, and I hate to bring it to the city council. I hated to. I didn't want to bring this on public note, but I've called, and I'm tired of calling, Mr. Mayor. I'm sorry.
Well, no need for you to be sorry. You got the right to speak here. as far as, now, you just said they wrote you a ticket and the judge threw it out?
No, he would have thrown it out if I took it to court, but he rewrote the ticket. He ripped it up and rewrote it. He said, "Oh."
All right. Have you been to court?
I didn't have to go to court for that one. I paid the money on that tag light ticket. I couldn't have fought it now. He rewrote it. And the thing about it is, he said I had a suspended license, but if you get on Tennessee.gov, I don't have a suspended license. And there's more. I'm not the only person in this town that's happened to.
He's talking about two different incidents. One time was the tag light incident. I think Michael's talking about two different incidents.
Yes.
One was the tag light incident, and that was the ticket that was ripped up
Yes.
and rewritten,
Yes,
and you
ma'am.
just paid it. The second one was the stop sign.
Yeah, they wouldn't let her drive. They wouldn't let her leave, and she was like,
Take the truck, right?
yeah.
And that's, yeah.
It was the way it was handled. I mean, it was ridiculous. And
Well, let me ask you before we go, have you been to court on that one?
I have not. I've been to court in here on that, yes, sir. And they found me guilty.
Let's take it. I know you worked up over it. You got a ticket for running the stop sign,
Yes,
and you came in front of City Judge Bob Lee,
yes, sir.
and he found you guilty?
He found me guilty.
Okay, there's nothing we can do about that. You
But-
know that.
Yes, and that's what I was bringing to the attention. If there would have been a dash cam, I would prove my innocence.
I don't think you're asking for anything to be reversed.
No, I'm not.
You're just bringing it to our attention that that is a problem when someone asks for a dash cam, and per the state of Tennessee, you have so many days that we're supposed to give it to them, and he did not get that. And still, that is what he's bringing to our attention
but
tonight.
there's no dash cam on that car. He's only got the body cam,
Okay.
and I'm wanting the body cam video.
Did they tell you that they were wearing a body cam?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
And they
I could clearly see
confirmed-
it.
They confirmed
They
that
confirmed.
they
They
have the video.
confirmed that there was a body cam, and they told me that they would give me the video. I come down here to get it. They wouldn't give it to me.
And this was before you went to court.
This is before I went
So
to
you
court.
had the opportunity to obtain
I
it.
had the opportunity to obtain it, and then after court, I still wanted the video. Told me I could have it, and then denied me once I drove all the way over here to get it. And he still has my property over there, and no one returns my phone calls, and I call about it all the time and leave notes, and they won't call me. And the one call I did get, he wasn't even supposed to call me. He was calling me about a supposed codes violation.
Okay.
I think I'm getting too worked up. I'm gonna have to stop. But
Well, that's what
I'm gonna stop.
Hear you out. Okay.
Yeah, but I just it's aggravating because I was told I could have it.
Okay.
With the stop sign ticket, did they ask you to go to traffic school?
No, sir.
So you just paid the ticket?
I paid $125.
Okay, I've had that happen to me also. What about the points against your driver's license that go towards insurance coverage? Did they charge you with any points?
4.
The stop sign violations.
Stop sign violations, 4 points. And this incident in particular, the officer says, and that's what I want to see on the video, the officer tells me he was sitting at First Baptist Church and seen me run the stop sign at Cornwell. I've been here too long, you can't see it. But on his report, he writes that he was traveling down West Main. Well, if he was traveling down West Main, I couldn't have pulled out.
Okay. We're not going to. First of all, we can't try the case in here.
I don't want the case to be tried.
Second of all, we're hearing one side of it, to be very honest.
I understand, but I'm here on principle.
Now, let's get to the meat of it. What are you asking us today?
I'm asking for dash cams on every vehicle at the city of Watertown Police Department.
You're asking for us to put dash cam.
I would like dash cams in every vehicle.
Okay. But now I thought you wanted a body cam video.
I want a body cam video because there's not a dash cam video.
Okay, you want the body cam.
I want the body cam video, yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Anything else?
I think I've said my piece, Mr. Mayor.
Well, you're entitled to say anything you need to, Michael, as long as you don't get too far.
I'm trying to.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
All right.
As far as calling in, your name's left me. I'm sorry? Is that, yeah, I talked to Miss Lamerson over here, is who, when I called, but the original contact was the Assistant Chief of Police.
Okay, let me tell you now, we don't do any police work in here, okay?
But when I call over there, it goes straight to dispatch. It's
I'm gonna deal with that,
okay.
okay? But we don't do any police work over here. Can anybody give you any advice on a ticket or anything else, and they better not.
No, they haven't. I was
Say
just
that
wanting.
plainly.
I was wanting them to let them
These
know.
ladies don't work for the police department.
I understand that, but no one answers
They
over
do
there.
business in the police officer's business.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but I'll check, I'll honor your request, and I'll check on both the body cam of that particular day, and then also we'll check into what it would cost to put dash cams in.
Okay.
Anything else you're asking for?
One last thing on this.
Sure.
As far as the professionalism goes, that Watertown Police is posting. Or it's not even the police. The officers are posting people's arrests on there. It's of the like, oh, I made 5 arrests tonight. I've made 6 arrests tonight, and they're like, I wish people would just stay home. They're doing that. That's unprofessional.
Where are they putting that? Where are they posting that?
They're on public Facebook, on social media, and I have proof of it. And all you got to do is look at that person's number, and you can find out who it was. That's nobody's business.
I have pictures of this from Facebook. I was gonna
Of our
bring it up.
officers?
I was gonna bring it up at our next regular meeting.
Sorry, I jumped ahead of you.
No,
I
you're fine,
apologize.
you're
But
fine.
that's,
Now, in fairness, I've been on watching Wilson County rants and raves, and City of Watertown's been drove up pretty good on there by you and some others.
I've been on there. You're absolutely right. I've been on there.
What you're complaining of, you're guilty of as well.
I've never posted anybody going to jail.
Okay.
That comes from Scoop Wilson. I don't have any control of that.
Okay.
I mean, I agree. I knew you was gonna say it, but yeah, I've even been on Scoop Wilson before.
You what?
I've been on Scoop Wilson before. There's no denying that I've been to jail.
Okay, I'm gonna check on these 3 things for you. The body cam video, the dash cams about in the car, and posting on social media. Is
I
that
appreciate
correct?
your time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, we've had some other members of the public come in. Anybody else would like to address us on any issue? Mr. Felkins, aren't you Jared's son? Oh, I'm sorry, okay. That's what I get. Who are you? Oh, okay, well, welcome. I thought you were Jared Felkins' son. I'm sorry. He's what? Okay. All right. Well, we're glad to have you here. Okay. Where do y'all live? Okay. Well, we're glad to have you. Yeah. Well, you're welcome here anytime. You don't have to be ordered to come here. Just come on. So how many, you got to do so many meetings or something? Okay. Well, I don't want to get into. Okay. I don't want to get into your business too much because we're going out to the public, okay? So, all right.
He's a good boy.
Well, he does. It looks like he is.
He's got into a little trouble though.
Well, now you're saying that, I'm not, okay? You might not want that.
I'm his mother, and he did get into a little bit of trouble, and he did something he shouldn't have done.
So what you're saying is ain't nobody gonna do anything more to him than what you've already taken care of? Okay. If you've dealt with it, that's all I need to hear. All right. We won't embarrass him any further. Except say, how old are you, buddy? 13? Whatever, don't do it no more, okay? You got a long life ahead of you. Good life ahead of you. Good. You be a freshman? Eighth grade. Okay. You get there soon enough, won't you? All right. Okay. All right. Miss Pam, I think I know why you're here. Come on up and tell us. Tell the rest of them. They may know too.
Hello, everybody. We are wanting to, we're doing our summer reading program now at the library, if you didn't know. And because of COVID, we're still being kind of cautious, and we're not doing a lot of inside things. And I have one outside program that I would like to do at the park. And I have talked with them about the petting zoo. And I'd like to bring the petting zoo down to the park where the kids can play, and I can bring lunch and we can eat and play and just have a good time on the very last day of our summer reading program.
What day will it be?
July 9th.
Is that
It's on a Friday.
Friday?
From 10 to 1.
What's in this petting zoo?
I'm not sure, but I did ask her about cleaning up.
Yeah, that was a question that was going to come up.
I thought about that first, and she said that they do clean up after themselves. They handle that when they leave.
Petting zoo is it?
The one that owns the bounce house here in Watertown.
Judy Rowland?
Little Critters, yes, Judy Rowland. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty good about that.
Yeah, she said that they would take care of things, no problem.
So you're asking for permission to use the
I'm
park on
asking
July
permission
9th?
to use the park on July 9th.
Well, I can recommend that. Anybody want to make a motion to approve it? All right, got a motion.
Well, y'all can all come and we'll all have fun together.
Well,
Thank
you mentioned the meal, so.
Yes, I did mention the
All right, we got a motion and a second to approve the petting zoo using or the library using the park on July the 9th from 10 to 1. All in favor say aye. Aye. Okay, it's unanimous.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Hey, I sent you something today, email. Did you get that?
Yes, she's going tomorrow.
Is that something,
Yes.
I know they talked about schools, but they mentioned libraries, and that might be a chance to dip into this COVID money a little bit and get you some equipment.
She has a webinar with them tomorrow.
Yeah.
She was a step ahead of me, but I sent it to her as soon as I got it from you.
You talking about,
Alicia.
Alicia.
Yes,
Okay.
and she's gonna.
Well, I thought about it, and I thought, well, I'll just send it to you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Oh, gosh, do I appreciate
Okay, I believe we're about to cover everybody in the public. All right. Well, I got a few items of business tonight, not many, but they are very important. I have provided to you a copy of the proposed budget for fiscal year 2021-22, and I will just say right here, it amazes me that we're talking in this year because it doesn't seem like yesterday we were worried about whether the calendar would roll over from 1999 to 2000. And people were thinking the end of the world was coming because we were going to change the calendar. But anyway, we now got almost 21 years under our belt since that time. I gave you a series of documents, all of which we need to act on, but I'll just tell you about the budget. It's a good budget, it's balanced. See you, Michael. It's balanced. I put some things in there. A great deal of, not a great deal, but a great deal of the excess revenues is from the American Rescue Plan. I'm still hoping they'll give us some leeway on how we can spend that. And everything else is pretty self-explanatory. I'll answer any questions you may have. Let me say to you, I do not like bringing this to you and this being the first time you see it, but I just got it done today about 1:30. Worked all day yesterday and this morning. Look at it closely between now because it's not effective at all until we pass it on second reading. So really tonight is just to get us to that second reading, but any question you have, let me know and I'll do my best to answer it. But I'm going to recommend to you that we approve the ordinance that adopts the budget for fiscal year 2021-22.
I have one question.
Okay?
The refunds on the community center expenses, is that where somebody has paid to have an event here and we've given them their deposit back?
That's right. And we didn't have any last.
It just goes down as an expense
Yeah.
because we had to write a check back to them?
No, I put down zero because we didn't issue any refunds, nobody used it. Am I looking, are we talking about the same thing now?
It doesn't have
It's-
a page number, but it's on the front page too from the back. It's on the same page as street expenses.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just was curious if that's what.
Community center expenses, yes. Refunds, you see, in 1920, when we were in business and open, we refunded, yeah,
That's in this year's zero. So I was looking at
yeah.
at last
And I put 1,000 in there, but,
Okay, I was just looking at last year's budget, so that
Yeah.
is irrelevant.
well, no, that's a good question.
I gotta go back to the front page to see the
Good question.
ads. Okay, gotcha. Motion to approve
On first reading,
first reading.
I'll second it.
all right, any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, it carries on first reading. The property tax that funds the budget in part, at least the general fund portion of it, this is a reappraisal year, and so our property tax rate rolled back from 88 cents to 60.6027, 60 and a quarter cents. And that is designed, of course, under the state guidelines to bring in the same amount of money on property taxes that this year's did at 88. So we've got to adopt this to fund this budget. It is not a tax increase. It's not a tax decrease either. I don't want people thinking that it is. Okay. What's the pleasure of the council on that?
Separate motion.
It needs to be a separate motion, yes.
Motion to approve the property tax.
Second.
I figured everybody would want to jump on that lower tax rate. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? That carries. This is the one that, I know I'm on TV, I'll just say it chaps my rear end, for lack of a better term. The State of Tennessee Water and Wastewater Financing Board has determined that the City of Watertown's Water and Sewer Fund is financially distressed, even though we have close to $850,000 in the bank, and our yearly budget's not but 600 and something. But anyway, they have ordered that we increase rates by 25 cents per 1,000 gallons. So this ordinance here on first reading does that. I will tell you that it brings in, I forget how much money, it seems like around $40,000. It is money we didn't need because the budget would have been in the black anyway. But I've got to do this by June the 30th, or we've got to do it, or we'll be in violation, and I don't want to go to war with the comptroller's office. So I have done this ordinance. I think you can go back my 38 years, and when we've had to raise rates, I've never done anything like this. We just put it in the minutes, but I made sure to spell it out this time why it's being done, that it ain't our doing, it's somebody else through us. So I unfortunately have to recommend this to you on first reading.
State says we have to do it. Motion to approve.
Got a motion and a second to approve this on first reading. Any discussion?
Mike, on this, like the minimum bill is 1564 1,000 gallon.
Mm-hmm.
Is that going to be the same rate for the sewage?
Yes,
Okay.
but that shouldn't be, and we made a mistake typing it, I'll fix that. That 1564 is for the minimum bill, not per 1,000.
Yeah. Well.
So, because the
yeah,
minimum
it's
bill is
got-
2,000 gallons. So, yeah, it will be, the net effect, Hal, is
It'd
the
be
minimum
double.
bill will raise by 50 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is $6 a year. But Lisa checked it for me today. most of the people in this community use between 2,000 and 10,000 gallons. So they will probably see an increase in their monthly bill, probably of about $5, give or take. No, I think it could be times 2 if they're up around 10,000 gallons, but if they're down below, it'll be less.
And just for anyone that's listening, y'all are really good about anyone wanting to fill their pool up. If we just call up here, they will take that sewer part off, so that you only are paying for the water part of that. So
That's probably not gonna happen anymore because of this.
well, okay.
Okay, I mean, it's not my doing, but it seems fair. We'll revisit that because it does seem fair. You shouldn't have to pay for sewer.
Right. I mean, when I filled my pool up, I agree that I should pay
Yeah.
the $12,000 that it takes to pay for my pool.
I could-
However, that's not my sewer part, and they've always been really good about that. So
Yes, ma'am.
I've got a question as far as the water thing goes. I don't know if this even is on this, but we have a neighbor just right around the bend from where we live on Newtown Road.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, not even a half a mile above us, is all on city water. However, we're on well water, and we can't even drink our water. Why can we not get city water so that we can drink our tap water?
Okay, the people you're talking about, are they out further out than you?
Not very much.
But they are.
They're right around the bend.
Okay, they're on
On
county,
the same road.
they're on county water, I believe.
They're on city water.
Do you live in the city limits?
Yeah, I mean, I believe so. We live on Newtown Road, on the same road that the elementary school is.
Yeah.
We live
If
on
you live in the
Newtown
city
Road.
limits, water ought to be available to you.
We do not have city water. We have well water, and we can't drink our water because the sulfur content is so high. I mean, it's like, it's over 100 parts per million. I don't know if you know how that goes. But like the normal rate for like well water is like 10 to 15 parts per million. We have over 100 parts per million. We can't drink our water or nothing.
What is your address?
917 Newtown Road.
Okay. If you are in the city limits, you really are required to tap into the city water. So our guys can talk to you about that. If you're outside the city limits and those other folks you're talking about, they are on county water.
Okay.
County water kind of surrounds us here. And you'll have to talk to them about that. But we need to find out for sure for you.
Okay.
Y'all, April and Lisa, y'all make a note of that and ask Randy to take a look at it. Is somebody home during the daytime that they could?
Yes.
Okay. We'll look into that for you.
That would be awesome.
Okay. We had a motion and a second, right? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, the only other thing I had on the agenda tonight is we've got to have our regular June meeting. And I had suggested June 28th, that's a Monday. If there's a better night for you, I've got to run this notice in the paper of a public hearing 10 days in advance, and I can do that from today, but if you want to go to the 29th or the 30th, we can. But I've got to run this public notice, and we'll have to have a public hearing that night. And usually we do that about 15 minutes before the council meeting. If we're not having a tax rate increase, most of the time people don't show up for the public hearing. So
I can only do the 28th and 29th that week. That starts dead period, so that's our only time of vacation all year.
okay, 28th good? All right. Will you handle it if I should decide to go west? Okay.
Are y'all good with the 28th?
I don't,
You good with the 28th?
I'm not gonna say too much about that because I'll jinx it. Do what? Everybody good on the 28th? Okay. All right, then we'll set it on the 28th at 6 o'clock, and we'll set a public hearing at 5:45. Because that's required before we adopt the budget. Does anybody around the table have anything they want to deal with tonight? If so, we will. If not, we'll adjourn and go to wherever we need to go. I'm gonna go to the funeral home. Very sad. He's a very solid Watertown individual. I like it. All in favor, say aye. Bye, Brandy.